the experience of anything than what I've gone through, what I've done, the things I've seen, the things I've learned from, the things that have touched my life. That is where my realm of understanding ends. I can try to understand many other situations. I can try and put myself in the shoes of other people. But unless it's happened to me, I don't know. And unless it's happened to you, you don't know. So we should probably shut up about it when it comes to trying to say, oh, I get what happened. So when we ask, is there a difference? And if so, what is it? When Lee Daniels says it's reverse racism in his writer's room, we can't purport to understand what's going on. But is there a difference? Is there a difference? Did he go too far? If a white guy had said what Daniel said about hiring only white people to write a white show, there would be some outrage. Seinfeld got some of it. A lack of diversity on Seinfeld and comedians in cars getting coffee, and he dismissed it. He was like, no, it's PC nonsense. He was like, I want to work with people that make me laugh. These are the people that make me laugh. These are the people that I have conversations with. These are the people that make good entertainment and good television. And he couldn't believe that he took heat for it. And I couldn't believe that he took heat for it. But if Seinfeld took heat for it taking till the end of his season to have a black guy on his show when he had Chris Rock on, one of his best friends. And people even asked him, they're like, why do you lead with Chris Rock so you wouldn't have that problem? He's like, well, schedules, availability, and, I thought it would be good to lead with the guy I started Seinfeld with, Larry David. Weird how that works. So there is a lot of PC nonsense going on, but is it a little overly aggressive? Is there a difference? If so, what is it? Actually, let's not even get onto this. Let's paddle over to safer waters and just make jokes about Kim Kardashian's giant ass. We should be cool. The anti-fat shamers haven't told me to stop that yet. You know what I got the other day, though? You know what I did get? I got diabetes shamed. I was talking about deep fried Oreo cookies. I was like, oh, that sound you hear is, I can actually hear myself getting fatter as I think about these things. I will definitely be losing a foot to type 2 diabetes on this one. And someone was like, stop diabetes shaming. I was like, first and foremost, it was me in this situation, not being able to control my urges that led me in this hypothetical comedic situation to losing a foot to diabetes. Second of all, I qualified it. I did my research. I know what I'm talking about. Type 2 diabetes is not something that you inherit. It's something that you get because you're fat. So, step off. It doesn't matter. You get shamed for pretty much everything. You know what's very interesting? Anthony Cumia, who got fired from SiriusXM satellite radio from the Opie and Anthony show, pointed out something very interesting recently. He was like, back in the day, you could say whatever the hell you want as long as you didn't say those 7 or 8 words that would get you fired. You knew what you could say and you knew what you could not say and you knew the line that you could walk up to. He was like, now it's just PC nonsense. It's not so much the words, it's the thought. The thought police are out in force. And I think it has to do with the fact that there's so much entertainment online that is not governed by the FCC, that is not governed by the rules and regulations of broadcasting. So people that want to complain about stuff, that want to bitch about stuff, you can't complain when someone drops a C-bomb on internet radio or satellite radio or on a podcast. So you have to instead complain about their intent. I cannot believe the context in which you use those words, sir. Anyways, you get beat up for everything. Like this poor guy who, what was his name? Edgar Antion, owner of Rubbin' Butts Barbecue and Country Cafe in Colorado. He hung a sign up reading... He's Rubbin' Butts, very good. He hung a sign up reading White Appreciation Day, June 11th, because all Americans should be celebrated. A Hispanic guy decided he wanted to appreciate white folks. He got national attention. And, this past Sunday just gone by, he was forced to change the description of the event, saying everyone was entitled to a 10% discount. It was going to be white people that got a 10% discount. I think that's funny. I do. I think it's hilarious. But the change plan came just days after the restaurant received bomb threats. Bomb threats. Force an evacuation. He was born in America. He was born in America to Mexican parents. And he defended his idea, pointing to Black History Month, pointing to Hispanic Heritage Month as examples. He said that he figured the least we could do is offer one day to appreciate white Americans. We need to end the white guilt because they're included in this American history, and they should be included just like everyone else. Yeah. And what did that get him? What did that get him? A guy who wasn't even white. Saying, hey, if there's Black History Month, why not White History Month? Still history. Still a chance to appreciate. What did this get him? Bomb threats. It's effing crazy. Now, if it was a white guy, if it was a member of the KKK, if it was a white guy, you could kind of sort of understand that. This guy's just a mom and pop business owner trying to come up with a marketing gimmick. And actually, when you think about it, trying to speak out for equality. White Appreciation Day, June 11th, because all Americans should be celebrated. Damn Skippy. Maybe he should have announced Hispanic Heritage Day and Black History Day as well. Offered them 10% discounts on specific days when they came in. At the same time, he was dropping the idea of White Appreciation Day on us. I don't know exactly where I'm going with it, but there is a bit of a paradox at work here. I appreciate someone that's not white. Pats on the back, celebrated. Hit shows on Fox. Appreciate someone that's white. Bomb threat. Oh, all right then.